So today I'm going to be reviewing my new Jessky sex toy machine. It's the 120 watt model, and I have to say I'm in love with it compared to my older 70 watt model. The thrusting power on this, whether it's from low to high, feels so natural. It makes me actually want to go for the 200 watt version, which is about $700-ish, depending how many attachments you get to it. The RPMs plus the stroke length is about the same, about 6 inches and 240 strokes per minute. But just the build quality alone, I'll do a quick size comparison in a minute. But I believe these two alone, these stands are about the same weight as the other one. So it's about 24 pounds. So I believe the other one's about 10 to 12 pounds. And what that means is it's going to be a lot more stable, especially at full speeds. The previous model, I always had to have it up against the wall so it doesn't like push itself back because it's not as heavy handling the higher speed thrust and everything. But this one I could easily leave it right here and it'll be perfectly fine. Plus the height alone of it, I'm able to actually practice my arc more when I'm getting a doggy style. The other one, it's a little bit lower, about right here. So I kind of had to always bend my lower back and it just wasn't as natural, especially doing it all the time. What I do love about this, it comes with a new controller. It's called the Speed Governor. And with this one, there's no modes that the previous one had. I believe it had about 12 to 15 different styles of modes. But say if you're at mode 10 and you really like it, if you turn it off and back on, even if it's like a second, you're gonna have to flip through every single mode and it's just a hassle. So I always ended up using manual mode anyways. But with this one, it's a quick knob. So if you want to go to 100, it's all in an instant how quick you could turn it. So it's from 0 to 100% speed, and it's a stop button. So if you stop at 100%, when you press the red button, if you press it again to start it, it's gonna leave exactly where you left off. Unlike the other one, when you stop it at full speed, you're gonna have to restart it and it takes about a few seconds for it to start up or get back to that same speed. So this one is at 30 and it goes slower. So it just depends on what speed you like, and you can also adjust the thrust so it doesn't have to be the 6 inches. You can have it at the lowest one, which is about 2 inches. But right here is 50. So say if I'm liking it and you're about to orgasm and you can't handle like it just depends. If you can't handle it and you want to stop it, but you don't want to stop the point you left off, just press the red button, relax, do whatever you have to do, catch your breath, and then press it again and you leave off exactly where you left off. And to me, that's the best feeling in the world, because when you have to get out of your moment and readjust your speed again, you're just not there mentally again. So it's just so much better. So like say if you want to do a slow, instead of stopping it, go back up, slow down really quick, go back up even faster. So this is full speed, and as you can see, not being held down by anything. I gotta talk a little bit louder. It's pretty stable. It doesn't really move it. Yes, yes, it rocks back and forth, but really it was in the same spot. So full speed is amazing on this. If you do want a little bit more stabilization, you can put something behind it. If you have a dresser, or like my closet, I have a little stepper platform area, so I kind of just put it up against that. But let me see 1 second. Let me try to give you guys a quick comparison of the size and the height of the actual attachments. So this is my previous one. It makes it feel like a toy. Let me put it in front because I think the other one's too big. So as you can see, there is a height adjustment, especially where the dildo goes. So right here, this is the max height that I could get. And if I bend down, hopefully you guys can see on camera, if it's perfect, like doing arch and everything, as you can see, the other one, I'll have to get a little bit lower. So it's usually more like bend down like that instead of like at an angle. So yeah. So this was fun. What I do love about it though, it's really compact. So if you do have to be discreet, you just loosen these, take them off, and put them away in a dresser, underneath your bed, or wherever, so guests won't find it. This one, what you have to do, and it's a lot more sturdy, they give you a hex screw, so you have to put this bar into here on both sides. But before you do that, don't make that mistake. which I did that before putting this on. So you have to attach this whole centerpiece to these vertical rods, and then you attach it to the foot part, and then you screw it on, then it's stable. So let me see, yeah, you can adjust it like that, whatever angle you like. I personally just leave it like that. I don't want to keep adjusting it. The stroke, let me see if I could turn it around. It's kind of heavy. So the other one I was so used to like carrying it with one hand. So this one I got to actually use a little bit more muscles for it. But you have your stroke length adjuster right here. So you unscrew it, slide it up and down. I was kind of confused at first because this doesn't come attached, this whole pole right here. Let me see if you can see it. So this is not attached. I'm like, is it broken or what? Because everything right here came fully attached and it's not detachable. But what you have to do is this comes loose already. So there's an opening inside here. You just slide this rod in, then you tighten it. So this will hold this in place. I also have the quick air connect to the all matte black suction cup adapter. It does, depending what attachments you get, it usually comes with this silver one, but I don't like it. It looked kind of gross. I'm like, nah, I prefer black. So I ended up going with that. So Jessky, all their machines use this attachment, which is called Quick Air Connect. But another company called Lovebots uses the 3 XLR adapter. So instead of that connect, I got a little extension thing. So it's a quick air connect to the, let me see if you can see it on camera, the 3 XLR connector. So if you want to use any of Lovebot toys and attach it to here, it'll be, I haven't put this on it, first time I took it off actually, there. So if you want to add their toys, and I believe they probably have more toys than Jessky, but you can end up using that. But I have my toys and they're all mainly suction cup, so I leave that on there. But to me, for not even $100 more than this, I should have got this in the first place. But you know, being my first time ever having a sex machine and kind of being nervous because, you know, I'm not out there like that, like, hey, you know, this is what I do. I don't think anybody knows I know what I do. I want it to be a little bit more discreet, so I ended up getting the 70-watt one. It's a lot smaller, but since this kind of started messing up a little bit, I wanted to do more reviews to get a different machine, and I really wanted the more power for more thrust to make it feel natural. This was the way to go, especially with the speed governor. This was a big sell for me, and also seeing online that this was a higher position, like overall height. That's something I wanted. So just the height and the speed governor alone was a sell for me, and the power was just a bonus. So if it was still 70 watt, just to have this and the height alone, I would have still got it. But there's a new one. These pretty much look identical, but if you get the 200 watt from Jessky, it's looks completely different. But I believe they have little attachments on both ends. So if you have a partner and you guys are open like that, I don't think I will be, but you guys could both do each other at the same time, and that should be fun. But what I like about the other one, the 200 watt one, it goes at a completely upward angle. This one, I mean, you can't think the highest it goes is maybe like at that kind of angle, so you won't really get fully upwards. But if you're interested, I will say, even if it's your first time getting a sex machine, if you have to be discreet, honestly, go with the smaller version. It's a lot easier to put away, so much smaller. It could fit like in any like regular size dressers. This one, I'm just gonna leave in my closet. I'm not trying to hex screw that and take it off, put it in my dresser every single time, because you know, when you're in the mood, you don't want to have a moment killer like that. So if somebody comes in my room, they're like, hey, you know, don't look. But oh, and one big sell on it too after I got it, when I realized, was where the positions of the cables are at. So on here, the power cord right here goes completely in the back. So when I did put it up against the wall or anything like that, it will always bend this. And my the wire actually messed up about 2 months ago that I got with it. So I had to buy like a third-party one, and it's just not the same. So I love that it's right here. So even if I have it up against the wall, it's still gonna be completely fine. Even with the speed governors, right on here, so you don't have to worry about any wires truly getting bended. But if you want real fun that honestly this pretty much feels natural, like thrusting power wise, I'll go with this. And if you don't have to worry about being discreet or anything, spend about 80 bucks more than this and get this. And if you have your attachments, you don't have to worry about getting the $400 or $500 machine of this that comes with like so many attachments. I think this one just came with two toys and this adapter, and it came out to $325. So for $325, honestly the best thing you could get, especially if you do a lot of solo plays, if you do a lot of solo videos or live chats, anything like that, OnlyFans. This is the way to go. You won't regret it, especially with this. When I tell you this is the best thing that I have experienced, even though I already have two, but you can tell this is the way to go. So hopefully that's enough information for you guys. I am about 5'3" the most, so you could kind of see with the height where it's gonna be. If you need it lower or even like bend down just a little bit, this is still kind of a little high, so I have to keep my knees together a little bit more. It's fine. Maybe if you're taller, maybe put it like on a little platform, make it a little bit easier for you. But if you guys do decide to get this, let me know. I promise you, like, you'll get it in less than a week. It is about 24 or 25 pounds, so it is kind of heavy when it comes in the box, a discreet box. Let me know and tell me how you like it, because honestly, since I got this 2 days ago, I've been using it nonstop and I love it. So I do have a couple videos uploaded right now. I think a third one's trying to upload. Sometimes it takes a little while. So hopefully you guys like my new content. I know I've been away for a couple months because one, that was kind of unmotivating me after a while, just the power and the height of it alone. I wanted something a little bit more natural. So maybe with this, I'll start uploading a lot more content. I think if I would have kept it up, I would have had so much more videos by now. But thank you guys again for watching. Thank you again for all my new subscribers and friend requests that I get nearly daily. Like, it's awesome, even though I haven't been giving you guys the content that I was hoping to push out the last 2 months, but I'll try to keep up. Don't be afraid to read my bio. I put a date on there, so when I do update it, it will have the date I posted that, and so you could get the most recent whereabouts and what I'm doing in life on my page. So thank you guys again. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you get it, trust me, I promise you, you will completely enjoy this and you will not regret it.